Sir.rocksalot here. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Let's get everything together. Okay, let's do this. Bingo. Awesome. All right, I think I got it. Hi, everybody. Let's get some safety stuff on here. So some gloves, mask at the ready, and then we'll go through the stones. Hey there, welcome in. Hey, Tog. Welcome in. You see, we flicked a switch for you, so we flicked the switch back on now that you get your notifications. And maybe maybe they felt bad about your uploading. Hey, Dusty, how are you? Yeah, maybe they felt bad about how long it took to upload your last video. Mandy's Candy, welcome in. We are going to be doing Austin, welcome. Now there's a few sales going on today, but that's general how it goes on a Sunday. Oops. And so we're just going to do our normal live. We did a quick pop-up live yesterday. And got a few things to do today. Hey, Steven. Mr. Bolo. Dusty Bolo. Dusty's got some great stuff coming up. He sent me a few pictures of a boulder opal that Lucky had been working on for him. And yeah. Hey, North Star, how are you? And so this was a kind, well, tiny little opals. We're going to see if we can get anything out of them at all. But I might have to go bare hand on that stuff. So it's got a little color. They are tiny. I think that's probably the biggest one, and that's maybe 12 millimeters across by 10. And the rest are smaller than that. But we're going to have a peek at those later on. First off, I'm going to start. I packed these last night. Yeah, I'm hoping so. So we're going to do the... Really? Oh. So, shines up pretty good when you do those printer labels. Back to JB Weld, and this was a piece that came from Jeremy Bishop. Jeremy Bishop's out in New Zealand, and from one of the last sales, he won a giveaway and was kind enough to send it my way. He didn't even let me know that he was doing it, he just did it. And so I backed it last night because of this. This shows, I think, on the back, but a little further over, sort of down this sort of area. So I didn't know if they joined or not, and if they do join, then I'm going to end up having to cut through that. In which case we will go outside. And this was just a piece of Campitos. I love Campitos. I don't know about everybody else. I mean, it's heavily stabilized. It's got pyrite in it. And I chose this side because it had a little bit more pyrite than the rest. And awesome, that sounds good, Steve. Hopefully, like Tug just said about hopefully all the notifications go out. I've been reading about, it's not that they're taking the subscription away, but they're just, something's changing it from all notifications to just being subscribed. So every now and then you got to go through who you do subscribe to and hit that all button. I don't know if that's such a thing, Dog. I think it's more about us cooperating with the internet, I think. So, what do we do first? But this is Broken Arrow, formerly known as Carmel Mountain. I think we're going to try this. Let's try this. I'm going to bring in the edges. I don't know how good this matrix, sort of the mixed matrix and Variscite are on the outside here, so I don't know how soft that is. And we'll bring this down a little bit. If it looks like it's going to remain in that crack's going to remain in there, then we will pop outside real quick and do a quick saw. So let's see if the pump's working. So it's been 2 days now since I worked on it. It worked great last night, which was our tester night. And let's see how it's doing today. Of course I don't have my black light out today, which would be handy. Okay. No black light today. Interesting. All right, let's give this a try. Uno, dos, tres. Good news. Great news. So that's working. That's working. How do I not have my flashlight out? Maybe if Miss Freckle Cat. I don't know what I did with it. All right, let's get going with this. So, hey Tanya. Everybody, this is Tanya in here. Ah, Tanya. Wait 1 second. I don't know, Freckle Cat. I'm coming back in 2 seconds, everybody. Miss Tanya is in the chat. Thank you all for hanging out. So, Miss Tanya, if you're still there, would you say hi? I know you said hi already. Let's turn that off for a second. We have the new rock hounding. There we go. Cool. So, winning sub club, pup club, and Miss Freckle Cat has done her rendition to add you to all the other hounds. And I see Miss Freckle Cat came in. And this is, look how sparkly she is. So this is Tanya's sub club pup from Freckle Cat. She's got a cool smile. Got some pearls on. Got a little bit of glitter about her. Isn't she neat? Anyway, she is now going into the traveling sub club van with everybody else. So don't worry, North Star. We're doing it. Yeah, this one's pretty nice one. So thank you, Freckle Cat, for that, and thank you, Tanya, for being who you are. And if you guys don't know, actually, I think Tanya fit into the club really well. Tanya's out in California, and her channel name is The Truth. So, yeah, very cool. So, thank you, Freckle Cat, for that. And we'll put her in with everybody else. Alright, let me get her where I don't get her soaking wet. Let's put her up there and we'll get back to what we were doing. Alright, hopefully the wood comes back on again. Sure it does. Thank you for all those thumbs up. It's pretty amazing, North Star. She's got you bouncing around in her head for a while now. She just hasn't quite put her finger on how she's going to do it yet. Alright, so we're going to take this down. We're going to try and roll that crack out. If it doesn't roll out, then I'm going to pop outside and trim it. Let's bring the JB weld in all the way around. I don't know how long we're going to be on. We'll be on for a couple of hours today. I don't think I'm quite going to get to 3 million views for the year, but I am going to hit 3 million lifetime views this week, I think. I get to do a full year's analytics coming up at the end of next week. Sort of the 1st of September is when I dedicated a fair amount of time each week to the channel. And I appreciate everybody that's come in over that time, I really do. We hit 3,200 yesterday, actually. Alright. I don't know how to do this without thinking. I guess we just roll it like we normally do. The problem is if it's cracked all the way through and I have to go cut it, then I'm going to have to roll. Well, that'll be fine. So let's do the 45 all the way around, see how this darker sort of matrixy host material holds together. It's actually holding together really well. So let's go all the way around. I forgot my apron. I'm going to get my apron on in a minute too. So by how hard this is, I think they treated some of this material. The original material was not treated, but when they treated this, it didn't change the color at all. It actually came out really nice, but I think it's holding this host rock together pretty well. And I can smell it just barely on the smell-o-vision. I understand, Target. It's not easy. So if you factor in, I'm going on to 120 lives for this year, and what, 2.5 hours for each one, average probably. crack. Let's do the 45 here. If somebody could spam out the corner here for a little bit, that would help. Hey Jed, welcome in. You know, you're going to be jumping over to other channels and tagging each other. I thought Kyle had some really good looking pairs of turquoise pre-hold turquoise matching sets for earrings. So I'm thinking about the shape. Thank you for the spam. Hey Harold, how are you doing today? Thank you everybody. Thank you Freckle Cat. A little experiment we're doing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it counts as engagement. I don't know if it pushes the live out or not. Alright, what are we going to do on the shape here? I got a semi-pointy corner here. Well, it can stay like that. I think we've got it to the point that I can at least test that crack. Oh, yeah. So one thing to watch out for. Kyle, how you doing? You too, my friend. Let me, we got some angles going. The one thing about backing, or at least for me, I've found, I can, if I let that roll on that wheel, it can catch, and it likes to catch that sort of, even though it's not sticky, it likes to catch that backing. Did a pretty good job on the backing trick, not too thick. Oh yeah, that's right. Happy birthday, Candy. I think it was this weekend, maybe it was yesterday. One of my oldest friends' birthdays today too. Alright, we are going to work. I'm going to roll that out, see what happens. Here we go. I don't think that's coming out. So that crack is not going to come out. We're going to dip outside real quick. Hold on. Let me get my apron as we go by. Better cut this. Now, I guess I could show something else while we're out here. Well, there's not too many people in, but still, it's kind of fun. So, doop. Let's get you up on the rack here. Boop, boop, boop. Do a quick show and tell, actually. I'm just gonna show it to you guys. I'm not putting it on. Let me get this. So let me see. I can't really show you the whole thing. Let's see. So I got some swag that came in from YouTube. They sent me sort of, I don't know what kind of gift you would call it. I completed a couple of courses with them. I got invited up to that Creator Collective up in Atlanta, which was super. And then now, oh, look at this. I can't show that. Look at this. Fancy, fancy. So, don't think I didn't own this. I own this. Hey, Starwinder. But, yeah, they sent this. I did the boot camp with them, doing some academy stuff with them. And, they sent me this half zipper. So I don't know if that makes me official or not. Get it out a little bit. I'm going to end up covering it in dust. Look at that. That's pretty nice, huh? Very cool. Look at me. Just in time for winter, which we're all waiting for. So that's fantastic. Very happy. Well, I guess so. They should send it to everybody, right, Stephen? But, yeah. Very happy about that. Very proud about that, actually. You know, that took me a good 9 months of... I know. You were going to turn on me. But I got a size extra large because I think you're right, Austin. You're right. I think that's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. So let's go ahead and snip this up real quick. Plug her in. But really, that's thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and everybody coming in and saying hi all the time. So yeah, that's sort of my addition to one of those old sayings. So it kind of goes, if you can't beat them, join them. But if you can't join them, infiltrate and conquer. How's that sound? I've been using that since I was a kid. So we're going across here, and yeah, it is Harold. This is from Jeremy Bishop. Very kind of him to send this to me. This was his giveaway that he gave to me from Dave's live a couple of weeks ago. Let's make this quick. Here we go. I think that was actually a great decision. You can see it actually chipped out of that crack right there. And yeah, you can see how deep it went in there. So that crack continues down in there. And that's saving us. Is it Austin? Well, we can go to conker season. Now that has two meanings for me. If you are, obviously, if you're a knight or a warrior, then conker means one thing to you, as you are all knights and warriors. And then there's an old game in England that's used with dried chestnuts. Hey, Zahir, welcome in. So that's the first time I saw that swag sweater thing. Very cool. And now we got a 2-for-1 here. And I think I'm okay on this side as far as that crack. I think that crack went from the diagonal left to right. Herb, welcome in. Thank you for saying hi. And you can see where that cracks out all the way through, and I don't know how much of an angle it goes that way, so let's take this end off first, I think. But yeah, like I was saying, so 120 lives, 2.5 hours alive. That's what, 240. Well, actually it's 300 hours. Is that right? No, 3,000. No, is that right? Let me get my math together here. Yeah, so 300 hours. And that's basically, me doing it for nothing. I appreciate all the kind people that have, reached out to me, given me super chats, rubies up the top, shout outs from Jed that go into my PayPal. I think we might actually reshape this like that, right? I did just get a ginormous check from YouTube. It was a whole $109. So I got $109 since, I think, June. And so that was for content. But it's better than what I was getting, right? I think the whole world belongs to all of us. did not expect to be cutting a kite shape. Actually looks pretty good. Looks really good. So, not that, let's roll this down. That is nice. How's that look? It looks great. I'll bring this one in just a tiny bit, but it's looking really good. Good enough, I think we can move over to the next wheel. Yeah, let's move over. Bye, Talk. Have a great day. Yeah, they're good shapes. They're not the easiest to cut, I'll tell you though, Carl. At least not with a phosphate. I'm going to round these corners just a tiny bit. See how sharp that is? I have to round it just a little bit. Just like that. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. I go live on Sundays at 2, Thursdays at 6. That's pretty cool. I'm more of a nomadic knight. I go wherever I'm needed. That actually sounded pretty good. Oh yeah, I like this. Okay. Same thing, let's roll it from the side to the edge. And again. So yeah, Tanya made it into the Rockhound Sub Club. She has a few she's working on. She just pinpointing, trying to understand somebody's character is the hard part, I think. It's not the making process that's the hard part, it's the making sure she's able to find the right rendition of the person in her head to turn it into a sub-club pup. Oh, there you go, you see? Look at that. It's gorgeous material. If you haven't ever purchased this material from Brandy and Tim or Dave, I would suggest going and getting some. I think he still has quite a bit left, Tim does. But you never know how long it's going to last. The price has come down from what it was originally. And they did start stabilizing some of the pieces as well. And I think I can bring that down. The JB weld up on the side there, I've got to get that down a little bit. So yeah, the price has come down a little bit from the initial find, and they're still having some pretty amazing finds. Come mad, welcome. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And we just passed our 3,200 in the subscribers. We're headed to 3,500 is the next stop. And at that stop, we will be rewarding the subscribers, the lurkers. There's sort of three categories. I got the subscribers and the lurkers, but I also have memberships now, which are like $3.99 a month. And I think I only have one. So if I only have one membership, that member will be maybe getting a surprise. So you get the added shout out, you get the added emojis, you get the shields next to your name. And it really helps the channel and supports the channel throughout the year. And it's only like $50, so whatever. Thank you, Lee, it's good. You should say hi from time to time. I'm really happy you're in there. Because we see you in all the other chats. And I try to mix it up between me talking, the chat talking, and then actually just some quiet time on a Sunday. We get to reveal a few things and maybe even take some quiet time. That's what it's meant to be. It doesn't always work out like that. And I know Lee has some pretty spectacular pieces too. So two really nice quality Varisites that I have right now. I've got this broken arrow, formerly known as, well, Carmel Mountain. And then I've got some really nice Kush or Black Ridge Varisite as well. I'm not sure which one I like best. Like this is that's stunning. And then the other is, like, which is your favorite right here? What? Star? Thank you. Everybody, please thumbs up that if we can. Thank you, Star. Star, you get the female knight emojis, I think. So you can help me and help me build this a little bit and maybe make some suggestions on what we can add to the channel. Thank you so much, Star. You didn't have to do that. And guys, if you don't know Star, and this is being honest, I honestly go to Star's channel while I'm at work and I'm not enjoying work, and I can go to Star's channel and watch like 3 shorts with the same birds in it, and she makes me smile. She really does. And I know she has a super sense of humor in there, and I don't know, maybe it's an English sense of humor, and I don't know. I love it. I really do. So head over to Star's channel. I think she's headed up. We're going to get her up to 1,000 subscribers soon. It just takes a few seconds of your day and gives you a good smile to go through the week with. I don't know if you can press on her name. I can't do it from where I'm at right now, Harold. I wish I could. Hey, Carol, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for being here today. I don't know if Freckle Cat's completely with us today. She doesn't have to be. She's working on something for our daughter so that she can display some of her items that she makes, because she got that family gene and has been doing some vendor events around here locally and selling some of her creations. Hey Kirsten, how are you? And there's the Queen of Silver coming out of Arizona. Kirsten Red Resale. Now we have a few resellers. So there's Wendy from Wolfwalker Collectibles, Tanya from My Jewelry Addiction. We got Jody's Jewels. And then you've got Kirsten and Kirsten Silver. If you like chunky silver, she has the best collection maybe even in the United States, in my opinion. And they have some fun lives even if you're not buying. Hey Jeremy. So Jeremy, this was the piece. I ended up backing it last night because it had like a small crack in it. And then we tried to see if that crack would actually hold up. So I tried to do a piece like that. Ended up, I had to cut through it. So I've actually ended up with two pieces. We'll reshape this one as well. But actually this turned out really good. Look at that. It's a really nice tight shape. And this one, they started stabilizing this, and this is holding together really well. So I actually like that it gets that framing from the host rock or the matrix. Oh, Steve, you just got to go look. Seriously. Like, yeah, when I say something about somebody's channel, it is my only opinion, my opinion. But, I get around and see quite a lot of channels, but definitely one of my top channels to watch. I love silver jewelry and native jewelry. She mixes it all up. But she's got the connections. She has the connections. Thank you, Harold. No, I don't know. Don't get me in trouble. I'm just friendly, Harold. Hi, Soul. Soul, you saved the day today. So, I don't know where I put my drill, and Toby, when he was a little puppy, chewed through the charger of Freckle Cat's drill. Just the charger. And it wasn't plugged in, but he hasn't done it since either. But he did chew through the charger, so I couldn't find my plug-in drill anywhere. And yes, you did. And then, so we broke out the Dremel from your giveaway that I won. And so, save the day. Freckle Cat's in her studio working on something for our daughter so she can display things when she's vending. And so then, now they went into a plastic bag, everything, went back with the rocks in the box, and then they're gonna head their way out to the school. But that Dremel saved the day today, so. Yeah, I did. Have a great teammate. Sometimes you play as a forward, sometimes you play as a winger, and sometimes you just got to back everybody up from behind, and ultimately you got to have a good goalie between the two of you. All right, this is lovely. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That turned out really nice. I did not have a kite shape in my mind at all. So, kite, diamond. Looks really nice. And the green's lovely on it too. That's a great little stone. Thank you, Jeremy. But yeah, we got the girdle going around, pretty much the same height all the way around. A little bit lower over here. Let's do something real quick. Just a quick touch up. That's good. Super duper, super duper. Yeah, it's just the difficulty is getting that straight line from point to point, and then getting a straight line from point to point across the middle. If you can get those points across here, here, and here, oh, it's almost like a night shield, isn't it? Imagine that being your shield out there and on the war field there. That'd be cool. Very cool. Alright. So those are the two different types of Variscite. Let's get a good picture of that one. And then also just do a comparison. Not American, American. I think that's my best way to say that. Same chemical makeup from two different parts of the world. So Harold, why Cumbria? That was going to be my question. Yeah, I think it may be. I have one piece of Snowville. That I really love. But the quality of this is fantastic. And hey CS, welcome in. Yeah, the quality on this one's fantastic. Alright, let's look at this one. We got 33 thumbs up. This is gonna get, I guess it's gonna get a little dirty here. Do that. Let me see. I'm going to do a couple of green screens for a second, I think. Maybe. Let's try. Hold on to the green screen for a second. Oh, yeah, this is a Campitos. Let's see if I can find. So this is the side we're on. That's the side we're on right now. And then I actually backed this side. So I chose this side. That's the side I have the backing on. And then this is the side we're looking at today. That's been backed. And I wanted to show you guys if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Let me show you what the pump looked like the other day. There it is. This is what this is what the pump looked like the other day. There we go. A little bit of grease in there, but yeah, that's 10W30 sort of ground up into super lube. So let's get you back where we were. Come on. Green screen button's not working. There we go. So let's do this one. Now you've seen what the backing looked, what the other side looked like, and look at you, Star. Cool. That looks really good. And we're going to add some more. So I think I'm allowed to add to four of them, and then I can switch them around a little bit. Ray's a great man. Are you talking about Mr. Castillo? Here we go. Let's take off this backing real quick. Oh. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Let me get another mask on. I got one on, I need another one. There we go. That went a little dusty, and did you hear that motor slow down? So this is like a double whammy on this. This is a Campitos turquoise from Mexico. It is stabilized, and then I've also got the backing on it, and that was just to flatten it out. Really, it wasn't to stabilize it. And so yeah, I got a double whammy that I got to be careful of. I got to be careful of my lungs. Hubei, no, it would be nice. No, this is Campitos. I do love some Hubei though. I think. I don't know if this one's a Hubei or not. I don't think so, actually. I can't get that piece off to save me. That's just soaking away in acetone. I can. So this is my thing about. I agree with you. If I was gonna have that open back on something, it would be much nicer to put in some copper, or even do it like Dave, where it's copper and clear epoxy, or silver, or gold. And at this point, where the silver prices are, it's probably better to have an open back than to have a closed back. And we're going to do We're going to do another round of backing testing, reviewing, whatever you want to call it. And Kenwood sent me one to work with yesterday. I think it's in my community post. So that's one. We're going to do Dave's one. And then I'll probably make up something out of my, we'll get into my crazy brain somewhere and see what I can come up with. Yep, investigate would work pretty well. Sorry, I'm still, yeah, when it has the pyrite in it, it looks really nice. And I can't pronounce the correct name, the Nibisha, I think it is. The top quality turquoise that comes out of Iran. Unfortunately, we can't really purchase it right now. I know that's another thing, stars, like putting it all together. I had to back these last night, thinking about today. Okay, I think I am good. So now I go around the outside of the stone. I think that's my high point right there, which is okay. Yeah, looking good, looking good. A little bit high on the toe. So just brought that down some. Let's see if I can bring this one down a little bit. I'm just trying to bring that JB Well, the backing down a little bit so that I have enough to roll over the top. Star, thank you so much. You're so awesome. Okay, thank you so much for coming in, CS. I hope to see you again. Hope you have some good dreams too. All right, here we go. Now you can see where I've gone around the edge. I don't know if there's going to be any pyrite in the middle or not. Going around the edge, you can see where it's cleaned up with that fried egg look. And now we're going to take this top off. So let's do the Stephen Pollock move. We're going to do the pull out right here. We are almost good for a look. Doing a quick reset on the girdle. I think we're good to take a peek. Alright, let's take a look. I know, we got some pyrite in there for sure. Not quite as blue as I like it. It's a nice color though. Oh, Stephen. It is a little flat. Alright. Let's bring this out. A little close there, but it's okay. Not quite as bright as I like it, so like Stephen said, a little flat on the color. It's a nice color though. I'm just spoiled. You can see she's going to come zap you soon, Steve. What are they betting on? I saw the turquoise pairs earlier, Jed. So this is what we ended up from the first stone. Really nice kite. Very happy with that one. Just had a little chip come out of this one. Right there. That is taken care of. It's hard to find pure moonstone, Steve, without some sort of fracture, not fracture, but inclusions in it. Yeah, those were nice, Jed. I saw them. You got Christmas taken care of, Jed. So one thing I did do before the silver price went crazy, I bought a whole bunch of 3-ball and single-ball French earring hooks. It's easy to take other people's earrings that I like, that they've designed, that they don't use sterling with in the hooks themselves, and just interchange them. But now they're expensive. I mean, they're expensive. Like one hook is like $1 or $2 at this point. Maybe even $3. Oh, are they already calculating your discount? Or you just make out Austin, make out a table for yourself. So you go, 16 at 25 is 12 and so forth. Or half off is 8. And you just do, because Kyle's stuff doesn't get too expensive, so it's probably under $50. And then do a $50 table from 16, 18, 20, 24. You're kind of a little bit screwed if he goes 29 with a 13% discount. Alright, how are we doing? Oh, we're doing great. We hit 3,200 yesterday. If you are new to the channel, I go live on Sundays at 2 and Thursdays at 6 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to have you come back in again. So you just hit that subscribe button and all the notifications. Sometimes the notifications work, sometimes they don't. But if you hit the all, it's far more likely that you will get notified than not. And then I put up shorts during the week, just to keep you guys entertained a little bit. And I do get a little silly sometimes in those. I can't help myself. I now have 2 members. I got Bob's Rocks and I've got Star Winters. And we will be doing a live rewards for subscribers. When we hit 3,500, we'll probably do 2 for the subscribers, 1 for the lurkers, and then I'll do 1 or 2 for the members as well. All right, North Star, thank you so much. So I could really use your guys' help with suggestions on it too. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that another time. So some people do, membership only videos, which I will do some from my estate sales and my thrifting experiences and adventures. But I've heard from other creators that when they've done membership only videos, when they go to show the public, it's not getting put out to as many people as it should. Star, thank you. So I've got 2 stars in the house. How about that? North Star, thank you so much. You guys can always find North Star has a channel too. She doesn't put up too much on YouTube anymore, but she's very busy over on Facebook. And she has some really cool pieces that she makes. I don't know if she does special pieces for each person. I'm sure she probably could. But I don't know if she does commissions for people. And I'm not going to speak for her, so. But yeah, over on Facebook, she sells quite a few of her rocks and her her cabochon stones. And she's also got all her puppies that she does as well. Oh, you have Etsy too. I'm sorry, no, that's right. If you want to write, you can write. Go ahead and write in here if you'd like. Thank you, Star. North Star, go ahead, put in your Etsy. It'll just be the name. It won't have a link to it, everybody. But, yeah, you're quite welcome to put that in. Alright. Let's have a closer look at this one. It's got a really nice dome to it. Back you up. It's 10 yen. Very watery, it's actually really nice. It came out much nicer than I thought. Oh, you're good, Steven. We'll see what happens when Christmas comes along. All right. Lovely pieces. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of anxiety, and please don't expect too much from them because they're just tiny, tiny little opals. That's so nice. Star, thank you. And look who it hit. So that's fantastic. That hit Jed. Of all people to hit, it hit Jed. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Jed. So yeah, really nice. Yep, I know. And it's one up for YouTube because Jed's not a super fan of how monies get distributed. That's fantastic. I'm going to have to put a tag thing that goes along with, I thought, and I'm wrong, I thought my scale was out here, but it's not. Okay. That's okay. Let's see. I don't know where my scale is, everybody. But these are tiny. Let's get into these. Got a little bit of color. Let's move over here for a second. Star, you're fantastic. North Star, you're fantastic too. So, they're tiny. I might have to go gloveless with cutting these. Let me get some coffee. This was one that the cat got me. That's my coffee cup. So there is another way. So they used to be able to, I used to be able to give away 10 memberships, which I still got to look into. But they also switched it to where you can do trial memberships and just give out trial memberships. But if you do trial memberships, the content creator does not get any of it. So, awesome color. And it goes about halfway across the stone. Little teeny weeny. And the straw pattern from the side there. So I'm hoping to bring that down a little bit there. No way! Wow, Star. Go, Steven. I think you need to go out and play some darts or something, Star. Hey, Tim. How you doing? I have people playing around with emojis. And we got one more to add to that, so I don't know what we're going to do for the fourth one. So that's one of them. Itty bitties. I mean, these are probably maybe a carat right now. Great little pattern on that one. A lot of sand. A lot of sand. We'll see if we can get anything out of that. This is probably the biggest one. And look at that color. Still only stretches about halfway across. Don't know if it goes underneath this little... If it goes under the little boulder over here. I hope it reaches over here some. That would be nice. But all that's got to go. We'll test the back first just to see if... Well, we got a little color over there too. So we'll do those. And there's another teeny little one. Very bumpety. But look down in here. See if we can get in there. Down in there, look at that color. See that? So if I can get that color to stretch across that whole stone. See that down in there? Which means we have to take all this color off the top. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Alright, let's see what I can screw up here. Let me find my opal bag so I don't lose them. Let's take a quick picture there. Boink. I did not get any of that, I don't think. I didn't, Tim. Was that like the... Maybe you can, if you would, Tim, at some point, maybe take a picture of it and put it in my community post. That would be fantastic. Yeah, this stuff should be interesting. So we're just going to clean these up. All right, 50 likes. Thank you. Star, thank you so much for this gifting of those memberships. It's very kind of you. It's very kind of you to take a membership in the first place. So thank you so much. And let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to ruin my nails for these, but I don't care. think it's just that top little triangle right there. So we're going to start by bringing that down there. Let's go. You see me doing anything crazy wrong? Go ahead and scream. We'll see if I hear you. All right. There is a little tiny color up there. Let's flatten out the back. You see how hard they are first, right? So the first thing you want to do with an opal is test how hard it is. These are hard. We might even move over to the 80 grit. So it's a well-worn 80 grit. I wouldn't suggest doing an 80 grit with a lot of diamond on it. So this is well-worn. Oh, this is going to be maybe too worn. This is hard stuff. So it's nice and black on the bottom. And hopefully that black reaches up through that gray to the bottom of that color. Let's bring this edge in a little. If I get anything out of these, I'm doing well. Okay, I'm just touching that color up here. I don't see it here. I do see sand. Still sand. And these may take me a while. I'm going to take my time with them. And keep checking. So I'm starting to get close to that color. Let's see. Touching the color right there. It's really across, really only that. So I'm just going to keep bringing this round in and see if we hit the color before I think I was going to. Oh, Jed, you are now, you are now a member. Miss Star Winters gifted a membership, and YouTube thought you were the best person to choose. Because YouTube loves you, Chad. So you have a 3 month membership. Which at least you have emojis. And we're going to try and put some other stuff up as well. Okay, that sand is going in deep. So still keeping here. You see where the top of that sand is up top there? I'm just going to keep bringing it in. Yeah, and then Stephen was number. So it must have been the chess players. So maybe we need to switch out who's on the chessboard and see who hits lucky next time. Okay, so see a little bit of color. Okay. This is going to be teeny weeny, itsy bikini. These are probably going to ruin all the nail growth in my manicure I've had for the last couple of weeks. I haven't had any manicure, so I probably should. Alright, I'm going to start coming around that corner. And this will end up being maybe a quarter carat. Which even in the opal world is pretty small. Okay, so that's how close we are. Right there. And halfway across there. So I'm going to try and bring this in just a little bit more. See how I'm turning my finger there? I'm going to try and bring it in just a little bit more. And then we're going to bring the top down. Hi everybody, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. If you got a second, hit the thumbs up. If you don't, go down this corner. Where are we? There. Right there. Tap on those little things down there for a little bit. That really helps. But I appreciate you being here. Can everybody see what I'm doing? Almost. I think we're almost there. Ooh, look at that. So it started to come across there. I need it to reach there. So there can't be too much between there and there, right? So I think I'm actually going to bring the top down. Let's see what's underneath there. You ready? Hopefully it faces. I don't even know if it'll face. Hey, biker. Welcome in. Hope you had fun this morning. I kind of know where you probably were. I'm just going to bring the top down. Let's bring you in. We have a friend from the community that got baptized yesterday, which was pretty cool. I think he's about as old as I am. Alright, now I'm just going to take this top down. And there we go. So it's going to show on the top. I don't get to decide what shape this is going to be. It's just going to be some sort of black opal. Or black and gray opal. I think we're going to move over before I screw it up. Maybe you need to go with him, Steve. But no, I can't say his name, but he's somebody that we've purchased from in the past. Might even be the person that we got these opals from. And so, see how that black goes over? It goes all the way across the stone, but it can't just be, that black can't go through the middle, right? There's no way. That black has to disappear, and it has to roll over, I think, on this edge right here. That's a funny one to read, isn't it? Oh goodness. We're definitely getting in trouble today, aren't we? Uh-oh. There it is. A little bit of sand, that's gotta go. You see how that one little piece right there webs in? So I don't know if that's gonna stay in there or not. Oops. So now I'm on a well-worn 220. I'm 240. Yeah, 220. Woo! Man. Surely that black can't go all the way through, does it? It might. See where it drops on the edge? It might. And I could do my flashlight with this, but it's so small, the light would just overtake it. Starting to open up there in the middle. So that top black, this little piece here should come out. Let's get that out. Gotta make sure I don't go through the color too. Alright, so this is almost ready for dopping. That black in the middle, that triangle, is going to disappear. I don't know how much of that's going to come out. Let's work on this corner a little bit. I do have a little bit of the bar to work with. Nice little piece though. Ooh, look at that. That's fun. That's really fun. Alright, so I gotta bring the bar down. I got room over here. So wow. Ready? Look at that. It's actually really odd how the color is muddled. I think that's the right word. It's muddled. Like it's almost swirled all in together, which isn't really a pattern. Hey, Tech. So small and juicy. And it's gone. So we got rid of some of it, most of it. Still got that tiny little black line in there, but look at the color on that. That's fantastic. Let's move over one more wheel. Yeah, mottled, or yeah, I think it's mottled. You know, normally it's pretty distinct. It's got some edges to it. This more looks like a rainbow Slurpee. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know if anybody's talked about an Opal that was a rainbow Slurpee before. Wow. I think both. I think I started with muddled. I don't know if they mean the same thing or not. Alright, so that's ready for the dop stick. Let me just flatten this back out a little bit better. And then we'll put that on a dop stick. And we'll do that next time. lose my fingernails. So I'm quiet for a second, just making sure I don't mess up the back, or the front for that matter. Alright, that's the back. Oops. A little bit of sand on the back, but it's going to disappear. Look at that. So that little tiny splinter of black will come out. And I'm not sure what to call that, because I don't know. I wish I had a piece that was 10 times bigger. That's definitely an interesting pattern. All right, one down. Super. Let's get a picture. That. Awesome. Yeah, I think we call it there, right? Okay. Very happy with that. I think it's a mix underneath. I think it's probably, well, it's actually turning more black as I bring that back up. I don't see the black from the sides except for there, so it's it's kind of a mix. It's like a, yeah. So you see on the left there, which might be the right to you, it's got the gray underneath, and then over this other side it's got black. So thanks, Tex. All right, we're gonna leave that one. Let's find another teeny weeny bitty bikini one. So 1 for 4, and I'm really not expecting to get much out of these at all. Really not. I have some other ones that will show. Okay. Sandy, baby. Everybody see my swag from YouTube? Sorry, it makes me happy. Worked hard. So, looks like it's really just going to be over here on the right, but isn't this the one? And that's the other one. One of these had a little extra. Yeah, that's dirty back there though, isn't it? Well, I don't know on this. This one might actually disappear. Let me get a little something to drink here real quick. Oh, good idea. Thank you, Star. You rock. I have it right here. Where are we? Move around the corner. Boop. And slide her in. That is awesome. Thank you, Star. It's not running out, but you know me, I forget about it. And that's not an age thing. I've always done that. I did. Thank you, Jed. You invisible? Have you been zapped? You haven't been zapped. Let's see. I got everybody on all. Okay. Freckle Cat's lurking. She's working on a project. All right, let's back this up so you can actually see. I would not have a show on YouTube or in real life without her. So I think I'm actually going to start bringing out the bottom just to see if there's anything in there. Just in case we got a double-sider. But I have a feeling there's a layer of sand that goes right through the middle underneath this black. So that's a great sign, but I think there's a layer of sand underneath that black, which is a shame. But we have garden, so we have garden quartz, right? So we now all have these clear quartz points that have all the mud and greens and mossies at the bottom, which they call garden quartz. So maybe we'll have a garden opal or a beach opal. That's a shame. See that sand right there? It's ugly. I think it probably goes right underneath this opal. So, just around the edge like we should. Oh, I got a little sparkle of green. See that there at the bottom? I wonder. I have to bring it in because it's on the edge, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start bringing in this edge where it's sort of gray-black into here, and we'll see if we can see anything as I bring it in. Which actually... Sorry, it's playing games. See there? And that's on top of black. And then, that's weird. So this is really good news if that black stays on what I think is that sand line. But then there's color underneath that sand line. That's weird. And it's too small for me to put a blade through the middle. It's too small. This to here is, it's less than a fingernail. All right, Jed, thank you so much for coming in today. And you have a membership on Star. Jed, you know that makes me laugh. I don't need to discuss it here, but that makes me laugh. But thank you so much for the support. Okay. Let's do what I said I was going to do. We're going to start bringing this in. Mind your eyes. I'm going to clean up the screen. Maybe it's the screen and not the focus. I know, sorry. I don't know if I got any calcite out here. I do not. I will take this over calcite any day. Well, I guess this is This has a little bit of calcite in it. This giant piece of Florida coral. That's the best I can do from here. How you doing, Anthony, anyway? Alright, I gotta concentrate on this. That sand sucks. See how it dips? Wow. And there's sand at the top. Very interesting. I'm not quite sure what to do on that, to tell you the truth. You see how I have an angle this way, going underneath? Got that sand layer in between the two. Huh. Taking the top down right now. Look at that. How do we deal with that, everybody? I really don't know. I got black, then bluey purple, then a sand, then a little bit of black, and then this really nice color on the top. Sort of a tealy ocean mix. Yeah, it's really pretty. I don't know how to cut that. I honestly, let's see if I can roll some of this down and get some of that sand out. But we're going to go to the next wheel, like this. Barely touching. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at the color from this side. Alright. So I guess I have to try and save that. Oh, for sure. Especially with the Opal, Harold. Some of the sellers on Opal, they will take your money. Sand here is under the black. The sand here hits the bottom, but I think the Opal's good enough. We need to get this sand. We're going to go to the next wheel. That's what I want to save. So I know what I want to save. I think I'm almost ready to call this, and I'm going to have to look at it once it's dried out a little bit. And I can... This sand piece right here is bothering me a lot. Like, does that tuck underneath that color? I think the only way to find that, let's bring it in. Do you see how it comes out the bottom? I don't know if this sand here hits this sand up the top. And there's only one way to find out, and that's what we're going to do. Come on. Okay. There's nothing in this black. There's a little tiny bit. Oh, there is blue in that black, isn't there? Okay. So can I roll 2 layers into one? Oof. Maybe. Let's see something here. Can I join up 2 layers? Is that allowed? What I'm wondering, so I've got this beautiful color here, it's gorgeous. Sand is still there. Underneath here, inside the black, is some blue. And it's in the black. So can I roll over here? That's the question. Without taking away that color on the left, taking that sand out, and then maybe meeting the dark blue and having like a yin-yang dark blue on this side, and then the lighter colors flashing from the other. Oh, you see that? Really depends on that sand. Alright, things just got really tiny. Let's see if I can get that sand out. Sorry, I can't see the chat. I've almost got the face in my, the phone in my face. Hi, Alira. We want this out. And then roll that. And really, I'm just doing it for size more than color. I'm going to be careful I don't go through what I already have. I think I'm going to have to dop it at this point. So close. So close. Hey Lee. So you see how I'm trying to roll that dark in? But I still got that sand spot there. And the killer right there. Right there. I got a tiny little sand spot in the top here too. I think I need to do those on the next wheel. But I'm actually going to call this a win. Ooh, I think it almost came out. I think it's almost a win. Just got that little bit to go. Look at the colors in there. Mind your eyes. Just that little sand right there. Maybe it'll come down into this blue. No, I can't see anything. Yeah, always happens when you go to the beach too. Hold up, here comes the light, mind your eyes. Anthony, there are always 800 numbers if you need help. All right, we're going to leave that. Really pretty stone. I'm going to dot that out. I don't see any blue in the bottom. Flatten that out a little bit. That's a funky one, really is. I just got that little spot right there. I think it'll come out. That one will come out. This one, I don't know about this one. And then maybe if that comes out, I can get it to roll over into this blue over here. But not bad. Not bad. Sean, welcome in. Thank you for saying hi. So that's two. That's it. It's 2 for 2. I'm going to do one. We've got 2 more to go. Got 120 of you in. This is the one we just did. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I'm going to put this on a dop stick and finish it up. See that sand? That's got to go. There's still some work to be done on that one. Depends on whose wind, Star. Now this one I think is pretty similar. Ow. What a mess this one is. Same thing. Same messy. And I don't mean the football player. The same thing, I'll be lucky to get, if I orient it right, oh, maybe that. Let's see what we can do. Move on over. What a great week I've had. Had a good month, a great week, a good summer. I think it's all the vibes coming from you guys. Wow, look at the color on that. I don't know how to not mess that up. This was the one though, let me see, hold up. It's fine to there. I don't know if we've got more room, wiggle room under here, but with that big divot, probably not. Let's go around the edge. So this is probably where I'm headed. So let's go around the edge. Just to make sure I'm reading it right. No extra color. Come around here. Nothing popping there. Just trying to see if there's any little color bars that I'm missing in the middle of this, which right now there are not. Not a bad shape if I can keep it, but I got this hole over here. Let's bring that in a little bit more. May turn into like the best looking Tic Tac you've ever seen. Whee! See my angle, see the angle on there? So I gotta watch my angle. How do I reorient it? Orient it that way. So let's bring up some of the back. Checking as we go. Okay, I'll take an Opal Tic Tac every day. Every day I'll take an Opal Tic Tac. Just checking for color. See if I can get through. How am I doing on my orientation? Not bad. That's going to disappear. Well, this might end up being teeny weeny. Teeny weeny itsy bikini. Now this one definitely going from if I came down this way, Anthony, and hit this, the color at the top, you can see where that line is. I would get jelly. It would look kind of like that. It would just be jelly. Welcome in, everybody. Just cleaning up some really tiny opal knobbies. If we get anything, then we're happy. I invested in them, but I didn't invest thousands in them or anything like that. So one little piece of sand I want to get out the back. Okay, so my back's wrong. I gotta bring it this way. See how my back's wrong? I gotta change that. Oh, make sure I do this right. I did that right. That's a bit better. Even a little bit more. about as far as I can go. Now we're going to do the top and see what's left. Bring that in. Looking good. Exactly. Dragon's breath, Stephen. Dragon's breath. It's going to be close. Barely touching the wheel. Let's see what happens. Sandy, got some sandies in it. We're going to take it off. There we go. Got a dipper right there. Sand there. Not good. Color's fantastic. Ready? Woo. Isn't that fun? See if we can get some more of this sand off. Let's move to the next wheel. Thanks, Al. Working on, look at that. The colors in person are so much, just like 3 times better. We might end up losing this end down here because of the sand. I'm going to try my best. Cleaning the edge up a little. I'm going to have to bring it in a little bit. My tic tac's going to get a little bit smaller. So, top stick for this one. Got a little bit of sand there and a little bit of sand there. So if you look from the top, you can kind of see what's got to go. And I got a little divot right here. So, wow. There you go. It's, I'm going to close this. Light's coming off. Look at that. can kind of see it's almost fried eggy. I got to bring that in. Lovely piece. All right, happy with that one too. Let's get a good angle for the. There we go. Let's take that. So 3 for 3, I think. Little babies, but they're probably half carat by the time they're finished. Maybe 3/4, so usable. Yeah, I gotta go get some new toothpicks, huh? I don't even know if the ones I have are gonna work. Oh, they might. Ow. Let's have a look. So, last one. Look at that. Ooh-wee. We'll see. This might work. Little bamboos. Maybe a little more liquid in me. I don't know how thick this one is. This bar is super thin, but the color's fabulous. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Yeah, Steve, it's right on top. I get so much on top, Steve. I'd almost rather just polish it out without trying to make a commercial jeweler's stone. It does have a little dip to it right there. But we'll see if that color pops down inside the stone any further. It'll be nice if it does. I'll take a Tic Tac. Yeah, I agree. Let's just start bringing it in. Okay, here comes some light. Mind your eyes. So I think there's two things that. I've got a little color on the back there too. So I got to bring in the edge from this side. Should have a point of it. There you go. Let's point. So I'm going to bring in this edge first. See if we can get any color from the side. I also need to check the bottom to see that we're not losing any color that's hidden underneath this skin here. And see how it kind of only goes sort of around this corner here. Actually, I can mark it. But if I can get that out of it, I'll be very happy, actually. So let's see. we might even leave this concave. So let's start with this far edge. Let me get my bearings on the stone. Yeah, that's the feel. So this thumb there protects the stone. This thumb here protects the stone. If any of you see color, please shout. And I don't mean the original color. So I know we've all watched Justin, and he explains it really well. I know, so but when you actually end up doing it, it's not always go around the edge, pull up the back, bring down the top. It would be nice if it was really that way all the time, but it's not. Not with the material that we can get our hands on anyway. Alright. So I don't see anything coming in. Let's do this edge. Maybe it comes in underneath here. But right now I don't see anything. Still nothing. I wish it would come out right about here so that it came across. I'm going to bring off the back a little bit just to see if there's anything hiding on the edge. Thank you all for being here today. We're all going to have a fantastic week this week, just letting you know. Nothing popping in from the back. Let's just bring it down. See if we can get through that sand and then stop. So 0 on the back, which is okay. I know what I gotta aim for. Now we're gonna bring in from here into the color and see where it stops. So again, still I can put my thumb over the color right here and protect the color from my own or even my index finger, and protect the opal from myself, basically. Give a check. I'm looking for it to pop up, right up the top here maybe. Okay, so you see that on the edge there, which I haven't cleaned up yet. So let's see what it looks like from the edge where we know the color is. So there you go. And there you go again. And then doesn't quite come through there. But that's what we're looking to get as we're bringing in that far edge, this edge. I don't see it yet. And it's okay that it's getting smaller, I just don't want to lose what I have. I just want a little flash right here, and it's not giving it to me. See how it dips down right there? It takes time. I mean, maybe if you if you have the money, you can just run through them, but I can't do that. I think we're about to change wheels. Change wheels as we get closer. There's still that same flash. I haven't taken any away. I brought this in a little bit. No color there yet. Let's move over. Yeah, me too, Steve. Especially when you're dealing with like Cuba PD and Cuba PD bars. You can go through it really quick. Wait a minute. See a change in potch. Is that just potch or is that color? Just potch. Excuse me. Come on, phone. There you go. See that line that just appeared? Not color, just potch. But worth checking. I'm getting close. I was hoping. I don't know if it's going to happen, people. All right. Still got that same size, just have brought everything else in. Can we do the top? I don't think so, not yet. I need the color. Alright, I could make this disappear completely. You ready? I'm going to touch it on the machine and then we're going to dop it. I'm going to tap it. Let's get you in a good position here. You guys are all out of position. I'm trying to see where it finishes. So we're going to tap it, and then I'm not going to take very much off of this at all. Woo. That's it. I can't do any more on here. You ready? Okay, so we got that right there. It's a pretty color. Look at that in there. So I definitely got to go to the stick. It is so thin, dog. Yeah. Close your eyes. Let's have a closer look. This light does not give the blues that it has, but they're in there. So you can see where the opal is. I couldn't make it any bigger. I was hoping it would slide underneath the potch some, but it doesn't. The black started to come through, but no color cut started to come through. But still really happy. So you can see the little crevices in it. I might go to the Dremel and just Dremel that down, and yeah. I think that's it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm scared to bring them out of the bag because I'll drop them. Yeah, we're gonna go. I think I'm just gonna bring it down 1,200, 3,000, and just leave it as a nice little piece. Okay. So they are tiny, everybody, but I got something out of them. You can turn that off. I actually like the first one we did. Has that muddled or mottled? Tic Tac has potential. Still got some sand in there, maybe a little bit of webbing in there too. But pow, look at that. Sand, look at the sand. I'll bring that down a little bit more. Awesome. Thank you all so much. So we did those. Let's just do a quick pick. So those are, I'm happy with those. Very happy with those for what I paid. Get them in the bag without dropping them. Done. All right. So we got those, and then we got these two done as well. So what a great life. Boop. I lied. The locals are fine, Todd. If they want to hit the thumbs up, that's great. If not, they're fine. So, really, really happy with those. So between that and the opal that we did, fantastic. Those 4 opals are to add to these ones. So we get those other 4, and then they get to join these. And we're starting to get some candy. Starting to get some candy. If you want to have some fun, go down right there and hit that little button down there. That helps. But no, thank you all for being here. Star Winters, thank you so much. We love you. North Star, we love you too. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Star, thank you for being so generous and kicking out a membership to Jed and to Stephen. We'll have to come up with some ideas. So I want to do memberships where you guys get something and maybe learn a little bit more outside of the rocks that I do outside of this, and also have some fun with it, but also do it where I'm not doing 10 times more work, if that makes any sense. And we will be doing, obviously, rewards for the members. So rewards for the members. We have rewards for the subscriptions and the subscribers when we hit 3,500. So if you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe. We're almost there. We're at like, I don't know, 3,200. So a little less than 300 to go. And we'll be doing some rewards there. And even if you don't subscribe, we will do a lurker reward as well. Because I just have you guys, I love that you're watching here in the first place. So thank you all so much. Freckle Cat, I love you. Thank you so much. And we will see you all Thursday, if not before. So Thursday at 6 p.m., Sundays at 2. And look at those emojis. And yeah, you all have a wonderful week this week. Make sure the kids make it to school. I don't know. We're gonna keep the pull-out award maybe just to Stephen, and we'll come up with a new one. So Stephen has his own trophy. Well earned, I must say. He's only got 2 kids. All right. I love you guys. Hit the thumbs up on the way out if you would. And again, I'll see you Thursday. Have a great week. In the meantime, take care of each other. Most of all, take care of yourselves. Cheers now. We'll just look at these for a little bit. Still got a little sand on there. I gotta go. Look at that blue, purple radiate. That sand line, look at that. All right. Love you guys. Have a great week. Cheers now. Thank you, Rick. Nick, sorry. Welcome in. We'll be back live on Thursday. Cheers now. I gotta go. Love you.